Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. So I have a pick a card for you today. We're going to start off with dragon energies, close off with angel energies. And the theme of this reading is the energy of emergence, okay? Simply because that's what I feel guided to do. So we'll go ahead and check out your piles and see what that means for you. So I don't have crystals today. You're just going to intuitively choose pile 1, 2, or 3. And I will see you at your piles, loves. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me for your reading. So if you chose this pile, the dragon that has chosen you is crystal. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the angel message for the end of the reading. That's the last card that I'll show you, just sort of as a parting message. Crystal. The dragon is about creativity. She's about embracing and not embracing. She's about leading you, guiding you towards the flow of your inner creativity. Whatever it is that your soul feels very passionate to create, to explore, to experience. All right. This is about, I feel, new endeavors that you are feeling guided to move towards or are potentially already in the process of feeling inspired, getting ideas, maybe, writing down notes, maybe just having it swivel around in your mind, but not really fully trusting is sort of what I'm getting. If that resonates with you to where you feel like you've been having like random impulses, not random, but like guided impulses towards an inclination to do something that may be different, maybe uncomfortable, kind of, maybe a little scary. This dragon is here to kind of shove you along the way. Just kidding. No, it's just really to, it feels like a push, right? Her energy is like sort of putting you into the little tube and setting you down onto the river and then just giving you like a little tug. That way you can go ahead and go on your way. There's something that you are holding yourself back from. It sort of feels like that she's kindly nudging you towards experiencing is what it really feels like. So let's go ahead and see what further messages we can get for pile number 1 about the energy of emergence. For pile number 1. Pile number 1, this is me from the future. I was about to read aspects of the guide to pile 2, and then I felt like it wasn't fair to not, in case there's some resonance for you, okay? So I want to let you know from the guidebook the message from Crystal the Dragon. And it says, this beautiful and peaceful dragon's main role is to support indigo and crystal children. Her message is, let me guide you in flowing with the rhythm of your life. It says that she urges us to explore the richness of your talent in all aspects, color, vibrancy, or shape that you feel drawn to. What else do I feel like you should know? She asks you, have you become too rigid in your thinking, expectations, or outlook on life? In other words, are you limiting yourself? That's for me, okay? Look, it's cute that she's mentioning things in here that I had mentioned in the reading, just as far as the energy I was picking up. She says here, our lives rarely flow along a straight route. I said that. You'll be hearing it later. They are always full of twists and turns. She goes on to say, learn to follow the ebb and flow of the tide of your existence here on earth. Struggle and resistance do not serve you. They simply serve to frustrate and vex you. And so she encourages us to follow our dreams, live in our joy, and be open to new possibilities. So now I'll go on with the reading. One more. Okay. Oh, I love this. This may be like a work opportunity or something that even if it's not intended for, it may actually lead you towards, like, it doesn't have to be financial stability, but it feels like something that's like really solid and really actively almost fated to be a part of your life, because we have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is the beginning of a new opportunity, a new endeavor. It's that, like I said, the inclination towards something that you haven't endeavored in, you haven't invested in, you haven't experienced this, but it's swirling around in your ideas, in your imagination, wanting to be experienced in the 3D, in the actual physical. It wants to be experienced. And I feel that this, for it to show itself to me as like in the beginning, and they live happily ever after, you know, it's like the beginning of the story, the end of the story. It feels like this, whatever this is actually meant to, like, long term be a part of the foundation of your life and where it's headed and what you're meant to experience. It feels that it's something that was almost always meant to be there, kind of. That's what it's giving me. With the World card here, tells me that you are emerging from, almost feels like, multiple cycles in life that I don't know, I'm sort of seeing like crisscrossing. What does that mean? You may have felt scattered, because I'm kind of seeing like the Scooby-Doo, you know, when they're like running in and out of doors trying to get to something but really not being able to get to something. That's sort of what it's giving me, but only take that if it resonates. You may have felt lost, or you may have just felt like there was a lot of energy being put into multiple things, not just one thing. And this could be anything. This doesn't even have to be like in the physical. This could just be like in your mind, like things that you think about a lot, pursue a lot, that sort of ended up not being fulfilling, or not being what you expected, or just sort of falling short of the original intention behind an idea or an action or something like that. What other messages can we get? We have the Three of Cups. Spontaneity. I feel like you're missing just a little bit of joy in your life. Oh, okay. Maybe something more than joy, too. The Lover's card come up here. Passion is really what it is. It does not have to be a physical love connection, but it could be. It could be that that was something that you were feeling, not feeling, but like subconsciously your soul was wanting to experience that, to go towards that, to be able to lose itself in that, is sort of what this is giving me. This is giving me the energy of when you are just in your happiest, most free. Free is what it feels like. Free to exist as just whatever feels right. There feels like a restriction on being able to show some aspects of yourself, or just feel comfortable or safe or free to, I don't know. There just feels like there's something that you are holding back, or may have felt. Because for some of you, I feel like it's within yourself. Like there's this like fear of lack of trust in, or just lack of comfort in something. For others, I feel like this is like external restriction on maybe like society and opinions and things like that about you living your best life. But this feels like living your best life. This energy, passion, happiness, freedom. It's what good memories are made out of. And I feel like that is what's emerging. It's what's emerging from within you to be explored, for you to move towards it, or for you to just embrace aspects of that. It doesn't even have to be like actions that you need to take to feel more. This could just be embracing more of this energy, more of this free passion. Any guidance that we can offer? Oh, that was quick. We have, is this the Devil? The Devil and the Chariot. There may be, it feels like spontaneity that feels a little scary. There may be an aspect of you that feels the need to have things more planned out, but this is more spontaneous. This is more just being able to go with the flow instead of be like, well, I need to know the week ahead and exactly where we're going to go, what we're going to do, so that I can know what to wear, so that I can know how much money to put aside, so that, you know, like, there's a strong function in all of that, right? But it's like sort of robbing yourself of being able to just move with the energy of life. And that's what this all feels like, moving with the energy of life, which includes the unknown in a lot of cases. But I feel like there's an aspect of you that's just like craving to experience more of that. Maybe you've had to be very structured, and it sort of feels like it's ruining the vibe in some aspects. I was going to say something else, but we'll just go with that. Yeah, I feel like what's emerging is an aspect of you that feels more free to not have everything so planned out, to not move in a way that feels so linear that you know what's going to be at the next. It just feels more spontaneous, you know? You don't have to travel in a linear fashion. You can travel in all aspects you want to, and I feel like there's adventure along the way. It just feels like all of that. There's a spark lit in you. That's what this is giving. It's like a spark lit in you. Something is calling your soul to dance. Okay, I think that's what I got for you. Let me get some animal cards in regards to this emergence energy. What do the animals want to offer you as guidance? And then we'll close off with your little angel message. And that'll be it. Hopefully I didn't linger. I always get really rusty when I haven't done reading. And then I start to doubt myself mid-reading. But no, I'm all scattered right near mine. I'll just stop. We have oh, love it. I love it. Horse spirit. What is this? Hold on. No, this is 19. I thought it was the same thing just because I saw 2 X's and an I. But we have 33 over here. With horse spirit, freedom is yours. That's exactly what it is. The energy of just wanting to be a wild horse for once. Why do you got to be in the little stable, going in little circles? Why do you got to be on with the little, what do you call it? Harnesses and all of that shit. Like being controlled, having somebody else pull on your string. Like, fuck no. This is I just saw 1133 also, in case that means anything. But, your soul wants to be free. Like, experience what free feels like. And it doesn't have to be like forever. You're just going to go nomad and shit and just travel the country. But it could be that spontaneous. But it just feels like embracing more aspects of letting your hair loose, or loosening your belt, or whatever. Me at the buffet, that's what I was envisioning. I'm gonna loosen my belt today. Just kidding. Card number 20, dolphin spirit. This and that are true. This is just giving me playful. But it's also giving me both aspects, this and that. Like being able to do both, right? To be structured when necessary, but then having moments where you can just decide, like, today is going to be a free day. Today I'm going to just go with the flow and not question whatever it is that I feel like doing. I'm just going to do, okay? And then let's get your little angel message. We have the card Believe and Trust. And the prayer says, before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. I feel that's what you're emerging into. Strength, courage, and confidence, because I feel like you've always had these feelings swirling within you, but there's been like a taming of it. There's been a restriction on it. You've been stabling that energy, and now it's time to open the stable gate doors, or whatever you call it, and just flow free. That's what you're emerging into, embracing more of that. And I love that for you, pile number 1. I hope these messages resonated. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for this reading. So you have the Dragon of Transformation, card number 3, in case that's resonant. So this is very self-explanatory, right? The energy of transformation. This feels powerful though. Like, look at his neon green glow. That's like some nuclear transformational energy. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to read from the guidebook because I feel like I love this little message. I was glancing through it and I want to read it in full, okay? So the message from this Dragon of Transformation is mainly that a new you is emerging. I love that it says that because I was guided with the word emergence towards this reading. Anyways, this dragon says, let it all go. Fear, pain, doubt, anger, sorrow, and guilt. Transformation tells us you no longer need these experiences. They are in the past. They have completed their task and have no place in your future. By holding on to them, you only keep yourself trapped in old patterns that are no longer of use or necessary to you. A new you is emerging. Maybe a quieter, more considered you, but certainly a more powerful you. Having lived through a great many things, now is the time for you to put that experience to good use. Follow your inner guidance and let your old habits and worries just slip away. There will always be those who question what you do, but that is their journey. You are on yours. Follow the steps laid out before you, trusting your own inner light as you move towards a fresh way of being you. This transformation can be on any level and can affect any or every part of your life. Enjoy it and look out for signs, and in particular symbols. And then it says in quotation, dragon loves symbols. As you are guided by the dragons of transformation to take your next steps. Dragon love symbols, whatever that means. But anyways, I love that message. That's exactly what this is. This feels like a powerful guard, or almost like a strong, like, I'm getting like a buzzing vibration that's like pushing away. Ooh, and then you know what I saw? You know, that's horrible. You know those like bug light lamps that like draws them in, and then it's like bzz, like they just get like shot straight down. That's what your energy feels like too. So take that however it resonates. This may be like as far as like outer projections that are being thrown your way that you're like invincible to. You have gained the power of invincibility to bullshit. Just kidding. It sort of just feels like shit's bouncing off of you, and whatever, I mean, that could be a million different things, but it also just feels like this strong buzzing that your energy is vibrating off. So it may be attracting, maybe in the process of, it sounds like a beacon now. It's starting to sound like a beacon. Calling out for your, yes. You know what I just pictured? A whole little story. I pictured like this like level where he's like on his 2 feet, just on his 2 feet as a dragon, slithering around, moving around, but being on the ground. And then moving up, wings sprouting, and then being like calling out a beacon, because this is a whole new experience. So calling out a beacon to those others who have made it into flight, those that are also in flight. I feel like there's a coming together. This could be like soul fam. This could be soulmate, whatever you, this is just like connections that are at a similar frequency. Okay. That's what this is, but this could be in all aspects. Okay. So let me go ahead and get messages about this emergence. This emergence. That was me trying to low-key tie in the theme of the reading, but regardless, the emergence of this transformational energy. Look at the first one to flip itself over was the Hanged Man. There may have been a period I'm getting where you hung yourself. Where you hung yourself or were hung up on something that was not beneficial or something that was just not serving you. But there was something that you were, there was an understanding that was being shown to you, or that was meant for you to understand before you could climb yourself down from there. Look, the little wooded creatures are communicating, and even the little fairies. So there was some things that you needed to be gained from that perspective, I feel. There was enlightening situations, and this may just be like an appearance to others that you were standing still and not moving, but there was things that you were gaining, or this just could be you, that you had the perception like that there was no growth, that you were just stuck, but something was happening within all of that. We have the Knight of Wands, movement. I'm getting a redirection with the Knight of Wands. It sort of felt like he just took orders to move in an opposite direction. Oh, sorry. I knocked them down. But then it's just like, yeah, redirecting the energy and moving with it. That's where you are right now. This feels so different. Hold on, I have to pause. Okay, I'm back. All right, so whilst I was away, I got catapult. Catapult, the word catapult, and then I pictured like one of those big medieval, you know, with a big old scoop, like them putting you in there because you're like trying to leave or flee from either danger and fire. I don't know. There's like an evacuation. You get plopped into the thing and then catapulted out. That's what this energy feels like. So this could literally be that, like a situation that you had to move away from, or something that happened that redirected you into a completely different direction. But this could also just mean that this energy of transformation is catapulting you towards movement, where there was perhaps the lack of appearance, or, you know, the standard things that we look for to see, are we growing, are we this, are we that, are things getting better, or whatever it is. I feel like there's strong movement that's coming through. Now, temperance is confusing me a little bit. Let me pull an extra on that one. Or it may just mean you're coming into a place of balance out of chaos, yeah. And then I heard beauty and chaos. And then there's the Fool, exactly. There's something, not something, it could be a lot of things that you took a leap of faith in moving. And I keep on feeling that moving away. There's a moving away energy, and this could just be like aspects of yourself that you are completely just shedding and leaving behind. Chaotic energies, things that didn't serve you, like the beginning message said, letting go of doubt, like guilt, fear, shame, moving in a place on your journey, whether it's understood, whether it's expected, whether it makes sense to those around you or not. It feels like there's an energy in your heart of leap of faith. That's not the word I was looking for. There's an energy of your heart of just, it feels like aspirations. Like, it just feels like hope. Like hope building up. But I don't know. We don't need to go too deep and do that. Yeah, this is beautiful energy. The energy of emerging into a strong place of transformation, leaving behind chaotic energies, leaving behind stagnant energies, and shifting. It feels very, well, no shit, right? It feels very different. Like the two energies just feel, you're a whole new person. You're a whole new person. And that's a beautiful thing, because I feel like some energies that you were trying to shed for a while is what it's giving me. I love how they're all, I keep on doing this. My eyes keep doing that because I'm trying to still pick up messages as I'm shuffling. And they're all facing that way. There's something calling you. There are signs, or maybe that's just you looking out for the signs, being hopeful towards what's coming next. I have card 8, Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. That's exactly what we were just talking about, letting go. Card 63, Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. Card 23, Eagle Spirit, Spirit has your back. This is going to be a message specifically only if what I say resonates with you, okay? It feels more zoned in. There are aspects that are wanting to be reflected to you at this time that are the old habits wanting to come up. They're the old, what do you want to call it? The old fears, the old guilt, like the old routine of restriction that either you placed on yourself or that was placed on you, because this really feels like, it may even feel like there's aspects of you wanting to stop or go back because of what was invested, like not wanting that to have like the time or the money or the, I don't know what it could be, but there was an investment made on your end that you feel like you don't want to throw away, and that investment, whatever it was, is meant to be thrown out. Okay? Like it's something that's trying to trick you into staying in a place that no longer serves you, or even if that just be a mind frame. Okay? But let me go ahead and get your Archangel Michael message. So we have, the situation is already resolved. The prayer says, I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this. And then it says, give details of situation in a divinely and perfect way, is how you would close it off. So there's a sense of worry in you, and that may be connected to the message that I just said. There's a little bit of fear of something, a worry about, I don't know, cutting a tie. That might be what it is. So essentially the guidance to you is that the situation has already been resolved. There's nothing for you to do but trust what movement you need to make and give away the worries that are plaguing you, okay? Give it away to Archangel Michael. He's very happy to take it away from you. All right, love. So I hope this message has resonated for you. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for this reading. I think that it's very funny because as soon as I like flipped him over in preparation, like impulse impressions, and I heard, you grumpy old fool. I don't know if he was calling me a grumpy old fool or I was calling him a grumpy old fool, but regardless, we both agreed that it was funny. So, a bit of stubbornness in Merlin the dragon. Let me go ahead and read what he says, because this dragon showing up for you is already like, I don't know, he's funny. So Merlin the dragon, his message is continue your journey discovering what you need to learn and understand and own. Okay. This feels like accountability. He feels like the energy of no nonsense. Okay, Merlin the dragon, let's see what you have to say. Merlin the dragon, to give him his full name. Oh, sorry, I'm going to read from the guidebook really quick, just in case anything is necessary for you to hear, specifically from Merlin. It says, he's an incredibly large and sage old dragon whose message is one of teaching and learning. If he has found a way into your reading today, his message is, not all things are as they seem. Some are images being reflected back to you in order for you to understand discernment and learn the lessons of self-trust. Only once you have done this, you will discover how to stand in your own power and own who you truly are. It feels like there's something that you are having difficulty with, but we'll hopefully pick that up in the messages, okay? The Grand Master Dragons are able to shapeshift between the dragon and human or angelic form in whichever guise he adopts. Merlin is the teacher of the teachers, so heed his wise counsel. You are unable to teach others until you fully understand the lessons yourself. Once you have mastered these, you are in a position of clarity and ownership and can share your wisdom and integrity with integrity and power. Until then, hold your tongue and continue your journey, discovering what you need to learn, understand, and own. Only then will you be in a place of authority to share your knowledge with others. If you notice that owls keep crossing your path, know that Merlin is around and willing to share his infinite wisdom with you and show you what you need to learn. He will stretch you and often answer questions with another question, encouraging you to seek the answer from within. He is not an easy Grand Master to work with, but he will guide you well. If any of this is resonating with you, I 1000% was having reflections on myself and things that I've experienced, which is probably why he called me a grumpy old fool. It almost feels like I saw myself being when I'm complaining, when my energy is just all fluffed up, and I literally, this was just me earlier saying that I was a grump. If you've been feeling like I have at times where you're just feeling frustrated with situations, but understanding where you're at and that there's still a lot of growth and there's still a lot of learning that is to come. It's like a little baby complaining about learning how to crawl. That's how essentially this dragon is looking at us. What do you know? What do you think you know? You know what I mean? So there's this sense of almost wanting us to understand and realize that whatever it is that we think we know, we actually know nothing. We're just a little baby crawling. We know nothing. And so whenever we may feel a sense of frustration, feeling like I should already have accomplished this or this that we put in front of us, it's like a baby wanting to be in a position of a full-grown adult, wanting to, you just can't, right? There's things that you gotta just go through. You gotta hit your milestones. You gotta you've got to experience them before you can move away from certain things. And there may be aspects that you've been feeling challenged in, and just frustrated of having some things come up within you, or this could be external things that are coming up that you're just like, this again? What? I thought we were done dealing with this kind of thoughts, feelings, people, whatever, situations. There's things showing themselves to us because there's almost like a different action we need to take. Yeah, there's a decision we keep on continuing to make. And I'm putting myself in this. I'm strongly feeling resonance with this. But yeah, anyways, that's what's going on with Merlin the dragon. There's an emergence of energy within you that understands is the thing. there's a part of you that understands that there's a process that you're in that you've just gotta get through. But that doesn't relieve any of the sense of frustration, okay? It almost feels like this is like, I don't know if you watch like anime, pile number 3, but it sort of gave me like, you know, those standard, because there's a lot, typically fighting in anime, and sometimes that includes powers and things like that, but that also includes training. And so I'm seeing like aspects of different animes that I've watched when it comes to training, and there's usually like one, you know, they go through different trainers often, each one grander than the other. And then there's like this one, Merlin, which he's like the grand, right? He's ancient. And so he is the teacher of all the teachers underneath him. And it sort of feels like he's one of those that mess with you, kind of. There may be aspects of that going on within your life. Only take that if it resonates, okay? But it sort of feels like that, like there's humor intermingled with life experiences, and that may just be energy that you're embodying as well, because this is a reading about emerging energy. And so this may be aspects of you that are starting to take on more, like being able to be in like really chaotic situations and find humor within all of that, because there's a level of deep wisdom that you're connecting with these dragons for him to show up, that are sort of like, I don't know, you just have a strong understanding of the purpose. Like you take a step back and see a bigger reason, but at the same time it doesn't change the chaos of it, but you can find humor in it, is what I feel. I love that, because I am resonating. Oh shit, okay. Well, all right then. We have the 5 of Swords, and then we have the 3 of Swords. This is absolutely situations where you're just like, wow. Seriously, like this is horrible, like horrible situations or revelations or betrayals that... Are these current? I don't know if this is current, because this just took a shift. But if it is, maybe that's why it took so long giving the energy of Merlin the dragon. Because if you're currently, pile number 3, experiencing, or like they're flared up for whatever reason, it doesn't have to be like it just happened, but it could be energy that's been sitting there within you, or experiences sitting within you that are flaring up at this moment for whatever reason. Oh, for that, it was in the guidebook. It literally said, hold on. Not all things are as they seem. Some are images being reflected back to you in order for you to understand discernment and learn the lessons of self-trust. Only once you have done this will you discover how to stand in your own power and own who you truly are. There's something that's being reflected to you in order for you to gain discernment, to be able to understand it in a way that's separate from the heaviness and shroudedness of the betrayal and the heartache, the pain that came from it, the sadness that came from it, the in some aspects, like you felt like a tortured soul. You felt deeply from whatever this was. Just, it affected you tremendously. And there's an aspect of it flaring up, being reflected to you, not to make you suffer furthermore. That's what it's not what it seems. There may be aspects of you at times that feel like, oh, this is just what I was expecting, to be tortured some more from this shit that I thought I had left behind, or was no longer gonna, whatever, you know what I mean? But it's not showing itself to you or coming to the surface for the purpose of causing you further. It's really that, again, this is connecting kind of like with pile 1, I think, where it says that it just no longer serves you. Oh no, that's pile 2 with the transformation. So there's something that's needing to be understood. It almost feels like one last little revelation that's really going to shift your level of trust within yourself, because you'll be able to see things in a way that you'll be able to take action differently if it ever appears to you again. You'll see it clearly for what it is. And I feel like that's why it's being reflected to you. And then there's like this hidden like giggle about like, been trying to show you. And then there's this stubbornness either within you. There may be an aspect of stubbornness within you to not want to see it. And it may just be because you don't want to look at this. You don't want to have to go back and look at this. It's just like, well, all you have to do is look at it and it'll go away. Something like that is what it's giving me. This dragon. But we have the Fool here, which is about trust. It's about blind, complete, full surrender to trust in where it is that you are headed, to where it is that what you can accomplish. It almost feels like, I don't know, it just feels like, I don't know how to describe it. Living life on the edge. I don't know why it's giving me that. I just saw like an aspect of you. Okay, I was going to say recklessness, but that sort of like embodies the energy of how I don't know. I'm going to stop talking. Hold on. I want to take this if it resonates, but there may be an aspect of you that was navigating its way from a place of recklessness, I'm going to say, because the Fool can sometimes, be that, right? Like that energy. Of not thinking things through. And I feel like there was an aspect of you embodying this, but from like the energy of this was the underlying driving force, which can be dangerous, which is why it gave me the energy of recklessness. But then I didn't want to take that, but was necessary, right? Was necessary. There may be aspects of your life that you've lived in a place of that, of navigating from this pain, essentially, is where a sense of recklessness came. But I feel like that's balancing itself out. You're being encouraged to look back at and seek what's still there to be gained in order to shift this energy, emerge it into a place of trust, versus recklessness coming from a place of pain to spontaneity. We'll change the word. From a place of trust. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I feel like I'm being so annoying right now, but it may just be because I have headphones on and I can hear my voice so loud. Okay, what do we have? We have the Queen of Wands, we have the Hierophant, and then we have the Four of Cups. I feel like there's an aspect of relief that you are seeking from this. And it's being offered to you. I feel that whatever energy you currently find yourself in, sorry, I don't know if I said the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, is strongly giving me like a place of, like, I feel like you are meant. You're meant. That may be where all of this is. It may not have to do, it could just be like experiences in which you feel conquered. Defeated is the word I meant to say, but same thing, right? Where you feel defeated. And it may have created a sense of chaos and a lack of trust in yourself. But I feel like as you continue, because that's your energy is like continuing on despite the bullshit. Because it's like the person who gets roughed up and goes through all the chaos but comes out, you know, with their shirt all torn up and, you know, a busted forehead, but they keep they keep it going. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but I was just like getting like the explosion behind you and shit. Anyways, the there's a strong sense of leadership that at some point you're going to be embodying. You will be taking a role. That's why this dragon's here. He's leading you towards yourself, towards your spot. It sort of feels to claim your own spot, which you're not able to do with this energy within you. That's why he keeps on reflecting it to you. And I don't know if it's the dragon specifically, this is just life in general, right? The energy surrounding you. It's being reflected to you in order to move it out of your energy, because there is that aspect of recklessness, which again throws me back to the beginning of the energy, where it sort of felt like he was telling me that I was just a child throwing a tantrum in maybe my behaviors, maybe, you know, whatever, maybe my responses, maybe what my way of viewing life or the situation. And that's sort of what it feels like. It's like the trainer training you for that ultimate position that's meant for you. It's already yours. It's essentially awaiting you. It's just a matter of you stepping into it. And I feel like that's an aspect of something that you may be experiencing currently. It may feel like trials and tribulations, challenges, but it's really things that need to be experienced, because there's something to be gained from all of that in order for you to truly hold that position. They don't want to put you in a position, because I feel like this is a position of leadership in some aspect. It's strongly giving me like the Queen of Wands is like a beacon of light, and then the Hierophant, like a solid position of leadership, where people would be drawn to you, to learn from you, you know what I mean? To follow in similar footsteps, or just simply for guidance, for your strength. People will want to seek you out, to feel that. It's giving daddy energy, mommy energy. No, it's giving like, even like more than that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe grandfather energy, the elder energy, the shaman energy, the oracle, whatever you want to call it, just somebody who is in a place of trust, and that can offer guidance, but it comes from experience. It's not just guidance that's bestowed randomly. It's from things that this person experienced, right? But yeah, let me go ahead and get you some animal cards. I really delved into this reading, pile number 3. I resonate with aspects of it. Maybe not completely. Maybe not this. I don't feel my... I don't feel I'm supposed to be like Super Saiyan or anything, but... Just kidding. Card 35, Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Card number 18, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Yeah, I feel like there's a softness that's being forced into you. Because there was a level of recklessness that I sort of felt like. It just felt very... And it may just be because I busted out the dragon cards, but there's strong dragon resonance here. And there's an energy in dragon that just is a lot. It's big energy. It's those types of people that live life on the wild side and more spontaneous. It's more of the don't give a fuck about all of the structure and rules and all of that placed upon you. That's dragon energy. Just a force to be reckoned with, but that can also, again, like lead to a lot, right? Anyways, card number 50, Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. The current obstacle I feel is absolutely meant to create this like fortitude of strength within you that you're growing into in this aspect of your life. You are emerging into a power that is a force to be reckoned with, pile number 3. And I'm sorry it took me forever to get that, to tie it in. Let's close off with your your angel message. We have Archangel Michael. This is your life's purpose. I love this. The prayer says, Archangel Michael, do you know the it says, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I am taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. Okay, so this is the power. This is something that you feel guided to, but have a little bit of doubt left, or there's just a sense of uncertainty that's being shown. But I feel like you're absolutely in the right place that you need to be already. Yeah, that's what I got for you, pile number 3. I hope these messages resonated. And say we vibe again.